Morning traders, hope you guys are having a good one. In today's video, I'm going to be going over a price action review of the Mag 7, the indexes, as well as what I'm holding. If you guys are interested in a free Discord, I have the link in the comment section. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the major levels I'm going to be watching today on SPX and the NASDAQ. So what I would really like to see is, as long as you can stay within this range of 4,800 and 4,700, you're going to be range bound for now. It's going to be very volatile. A lot of consolidation is going to take place here until we get something that's going to push it either to the upside or downside. Right now, you can go 50-50, but below 4,700, then you can get bearish. Above 4,800, you can get bullish. And then on the NASDAQ, let me go over to there. The major levels to watch, kind of the same thing. Above 15,000, then I would get bullish, and below 14.5, then I would get bearish. And then with the NASDAQ specifically, I'd really watch for the weekly close. We would need to get a strong weekly momentum candle, something kind of like this candle right here. That would show that buyers have a lot of control. And same thing with the sellers. We need to get a momentum candle kind of like this one right here to the downside in order to show that bears have control. And then we're going to go over individual names now. So Apple, let's see what we're trading pre-market. So Apple, the big thing that we're going to be watching on Apple is going to be this demand zone right here, ranging from 180 to 181.40. If we break below that, then I would expect significant downside on Apple. I would not be shocked if we pull back to 169 in the next coming weeks if we don't bounce there. We could have a possible double bottom forming up. So I think that if we can get a bullish momentum candle out of this zone right here, that would be very big. And I think that if you get decent volume today, at least, that it might be a good idea to get into Apple. The only thing is that you can see here that the market came up, rejected the level I've had drawn out for months now, 187.45, then came right back down. So that's not a good thing just because that was a major support. Now it's retesting as resistance. So this could just be a bigger move down. It could dump. If it dumps below 180 today, then that'll confirm that we're going to enter more into a downtrend on Apple. But above 180, I would say bullish. Microsoft. So on Microsoft, we're coming to this demand zone right here. So the major level I'd watch on Microsoft for today is 388. If bulls want to show that they have control, they need to keep it above 388. If bears want to show that they have control, they need to keep it below 390. In my opinion, especially if the bears can push it below 388, that would be big. Now, personally, in my opinion, and I'm not saying this because I have a position in Microsoft, I'm not trading with a bias or anything. I just think that Microsoft is a very good stock. I think that it has a lot of upside potential at the moment. As you see here, we got a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And then I think we're going to get a higher high. I could be wrong. This could be a start of a reversal, but according to the EMAs, it's also showing that it has potential to really push up. We got an EMA crossover, so that's always a good sign. I think it just got a bit extended maybe yesterday, so it's coming down to do some consolidation. Even if it consolidates within this range, that will not be a bad thing at all, in my opinion. I'd rather consolidation than a complete dump. And then on NVIDIA, so the big level to watch on NVIDIA is going to be 560. Above 560, that's going to be the major support. And then the major resistance level for today is going to be 566 and 568. If we reject that, then I'll expect to stay between 560 and 568. If you can get above 568, then I would for 570, 575, and 580. Below 560, I would watch 553, 540, and 536. My break even stops at 520 currently. And once the 21 EMA crosses over that 520 point on the daily chart, then I'm going to be taking my stop to the 21 EMA and creating a trailing stop. Meta, what I watch on Meta is this demand zone right here. It's between the ranges of 363 to 366.14. So the major thing I'd watch on Meta today is if you stay above 363, I would stay bullish. The only thing you gotta be careful is you possibly have a left shoulder, head, and we might get a pump to get to the right shoulder. So you might have a head and shoulders forming up on the 4-hour on Meta. So that's just something to keep in mind. But if bulls want to show that they have control, they need to keep it above 363. And if bears want to show that they have control, they have to break down 363 in this demand zone right here in order to show that they have control. But overall, I'm pretty bullish on Meta just because it looks like it's making a series of higher highs, higher lows, but it's getting a little iffy at the moment. So it's really hard to tell. On Tesla, kind of the same deal. What I'm looking for is a move back down to this demand zone starting at 210. So it ranges from 205.15 to 210.12. If you can stay above that, then I would get bullish on Tesla possibly. I would have to see the price actions and volume supported on the daily and possibly even the weekly. As you can see, last time that we entered here, we made a nice 18% move. Personally, the level that I'm watching for is going to be 194. As you can see here, last time we hit there, that was the start of a nice move upwards. Personally, I'm looking for 194. I think that it has a possibility of getting into there. But that's at least what I'm going to be watching for the next coming days on Tesla. Google, kind of the same thing. We got this demand zone right here at, let's see, what's the range on it? 140.41 to 141.43. If you could stay above this demand zone, then I would stay bullish. Ultimately, it depends on if you could stay above 141.42. That's the pivotal point. If you break below 141.42, then Google probably will make a push back down to at least 136, 135, possibly even 134. But if you can stay above 141.42, I see no reason why you can't go back right to 145. On Amazon, what I'll be watching on there, there's no really good demand zone on Amazon, but more of a level. So the level I'm going to be watching on Amazon is 151. I'm going to also be watching 152, 153. So if we break below 151, then I would expect to move right back down to 149. What you might get here is a higher high and then a higher low, a bounce at 149.26 to breakout level, and then higher high is what I'm kind of looking for at the moment. But I would need price action and volume on the daily to support that conclusion in order to actually trade that. In terms of what I'm holding, let's see here. So NVS, as you guys know, I've been holding them. So pre-market, they're at 108, not half bad. I have a very small position. I think I could be wrong, but I think my position is like 8%. And then NVIDIA, not doing half bad either, just consolidating as I just went over. ANET, not looking half bad either. A little bit of selling, but I'm not really concerned. My break-even stops at 245 personally. CRM, I know that there is some selling. Yeah, significant selling. So, as you guys know, I cut half of my position yesterday. It just wasn't moving correctly. And it turns out maybe I was right on doing that because it looks like it's dumping pre-market. So if we get an hourly close below 266.27, I'll probably sell the rest of the position for a loss. But keep in mind that even if I do take that loss, it originally it was 13% of my account. Now it's something down to like 6 and 3% of my between both my accounts. So the loss is very, very small on that. And then Microsoft, as you guys know, I have a position in that. So what I'm watching mainly today is going to be 390 and 394. I still am curious to see how this forms out. Personally, I'm going to be getting out of it probably at January 29th, just because I want to avoid earnings. But it depends on how far we move to the upside, if I stay in it or not.